Here's something we can talk about, because, I just came across it. Road construction. Lost my vape on. So, when you're approaching road construction, everybody knows those big orange signs on the side of the road. They tell you which lane is closed. Do not be the jackass that pulls up into the other fucking lane. You know what lane's going to be closed, so get in the other lane when you can, as soon as you can. Do not sit in the other lane and bog down traffic. That's the problem with coming into road construction, is everybody's in a rush to go somewhere that they're not going to get to any faster, so they're using both lanes instead of getting in one lane and just going. Because if you weren't trying to merge from two lanes to one lane right at where the road cones are, everybody'd be able to go a lot faster. That's how things like that work. But nobody seems to understand that concept. So, maybe making these videos and, the few people that actually watch them, you guys will gather that when you see road construction and you see those signs and they say, hey, in 2-3 miles, this lane's closed, you'll know to get in the other lane. Makes more sense, does it not? Still hitting that juice my way. The only vape juice I use. If you want to know more about it, shoot me a message or whatever. I don't even know how YouTube works, honestly. I just post my videos and people go watch them. I don't know if you can send me a direct message or just leave a comment. I know a couple of people commented on the videos already, and that pops up right on my phone like, hey, somebody left you a comment. So, but my name is the same. If you all let me up on Facebook, it's the same as my YouTube channel. I don't hide my name anywhere. It's not a fake name, it's my name. I try real hard not to put out the names of places I'm going, even though, I reference them all the time, like if I'm on the phone talking to somebody. I just try not to put them on videos, because that tends to, if your employer finds them, tends to raise some questions like, hey, why are you putting these videos out there? I did finally get loaded. It took them 5 hours to find all the pallets, but finally got it in the trailer. I had to stop and weasel my way into a fuel pump and fill up the reefer because it's been running non-stop while I was sitting in the door. I got that taken care of. Got the hell out of there because, it was about 4 o'clock when I was there, so rush hour traffic trying to get fuel before they go to bed at night. And I'm not even in the right lane because they changed it. Which happens. That happens more often than not, but, the first sign you see will say that the right lane's closed, and then the second sign that you see will say that the left lane's closed. Which happens. Nobody's perfect. Somebody forgot to change one sign instead of the other. But just move over. Like that was the 1 mile sign, and I had to move over to the other lane. But move over. Don't wait that other mile until you get where you can see the cones, and then try to move over. Because most truck drivers are tired of it, and they ain't going to move for you. They ain't going to slow down. They ain't going to let you over. They're going to push you right into the cones. And I've seen it multiple times. So don't be a cunt. Move over as soon as you can. Do not wait until the last minute. And if you see somebody on the side of the road, and this is another thing that pisses me off to no end. If you see somebody broke down, they got 4-ways on. If it's a big truck, they'll have their triangles out. If they're broke down, do not drive down the road right beside that vehicle. If you see a cop or a tow truck, forgot the word there for a minute, if you see them and their lights are going and there's a vehicle in front or behind them, move over. If you can't move over, slow down until you can move over. Those people behind you will slow down. I mean, if they hit you, they hit you. That's their fault, not yours. But slow down and move over. Don't just go whizzing past that person at 65 miles an hour, because you never know what's going to happen. They could be going between the vehicles and trip on something and fall out into the road, and here you are going 65 miles an hour, and now you're dealing with a death on your hands because you ran over this dude's head because he fell into traffic, and instead of you moving over, you were going right beside him at 65 and didn't have time to change directions. Because you can't, it doesn't matter what vehicle you're driving, you cannot stop on a dime. It takes us a lot longer to stop than it does a regular vehicle, but nobody can stop on a dime. Like, you can't go from 65 to 0 in a second. And at 65, it'll take you at least 6 to 7 seconds to register that there's even a guy laying on the ground with his head in front of your tire. By the time it registers, you probably already ran him over. And that gap in front of a truck, that's another thing. The gap in front of a truck between the front bumper of an 18-wheeler and the vehicle in front of them, that's there for a reason. That's our slow down area. That's why we leave that there. If you want to occupy that space, turn on your turn signal and check with the driver to make sure. Don't just occupy it. I'll get a hold of you guys later.